Hi, today we're going to compare a Marshall 2203 to a Marshall 2204. You know, that's the 150 watt master lead models. You know, Marshall introduced the master lead models in the mid 70s, 75 basically. All the way until the mid 60s, the four holders or the 50 watt lead and the super lead had existed. These have a cascaded first preamp tube, so you can have much more preamp gain in these amps. So that's their main characteristic if you compare them to the classic super leads and 50 watt leads. This 2204 is from 1977, so it's a JMP. And actually the 2203 is from 1983, but it's still a JMP cosmetically, because we had JMPs alongside 800 here in Sweden, actually all the way until 1984. But it's actually basically the same as the JSM 800 model. So it's not really apples to apples here. But these are anyway quite similar amps. So I think we can compare the 100 watt master lead circuit to the 50 watt master lead circuit and draw conclusions from that. I'm going to comment it afterwards also. So also this aspect that it's not fully apples to apples. So check that out too. I'm recording this using a Gibson Les Paul R9 from 2008, the usual one I play here on the channel. And I connect these two amps to a 1971-1982 B cab, you know, the Hendrix, the one that used to have 100 watt in the corner, you know, printed. So the classic Hendrix cab, or at least classic live Hendrix cab. And I'm trying to record it today by putting the large condenser Peluso 2247 LE, where the four speakers of the 4x12 kind of coincide at the point, which is really difficult without having phase cancellation. But I think I've gotten as close as possible here, so it kind of really represents the 4x12. I'm using, as I said, Peluso 2247 LE, and then I route that to a 610 universal audio, and I back off on the gain because it's pretty loud here. And then I take that to an 1176 compressor from 73, and I use the lowest possible setting on compression with the fastest possible attack and release. Now this is a comparison between a 1977 and a 1983, and the 77 is 50 watter and the 83 is 100 watter. But you know, this 50 watter I've also compared earlier to 83 50 watter, which you can check out in this video. And there you can see how similar those two are. So that's why I think this is a reasonable comparison, although one is a JSM 800, one is a JMP. And if you like the video and like the channel in general, it would mean a lot to me if you would check me out on Patreon or PayPal to support the channel and keep it going over time. All right, let's go. So comparing these two amps, as expected, the 100 watter, the 2203, had more bass, a bigger sounding bass. You know, with a bigger power amp, you get a tighter, more firm bass, and you get more headroom. So it was a bit cleaner for the same settings here. Then I think the 50 watt was a bit more three-dimensional sounding. Not much, but a bit. But that probably is related to the fact that it's an older JMP, and the 83 is basically a JSM 800, which don't have the same spatial richness as JMP amps have. If you put these two amps in a mix, I think the 50 watt would, at least this unit of the 50 watt would fit better. But I mean, they're good enough, both of them, but yeah, it's kind of out of the box, at least for me, and the tone I'm looking for, just perfect. All right, now I want to know what you think. Let's discuss it in the comments. Cheers.